This is your News Source Evening Bulletin for today, Tuesday, the 10th day of April in the year 2018. Here's what we're tracking tonight. With Guyana's official application already filed at the International Court for a final settlement on the border controversy with Venezuela, the government of Guyana has confirmed that $15 million has been set aside for Guyana's legal costs. The $15 million will be taken from the $18 million signing bonus that Guyana received from ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil is currently drilling for oil in maritime space claimed by Venezuela and aims for a 2020 start of production. Foreign Affairs Minister Carl Greenidge today told journalists that because of the uncertainty of how long the case will remain at the International Court and Venezuela's likely response to Guyana's application or challenge to the court's jurisdiction, the $15 million may or may not be enough.
The court now has a number of things to do. The focus of the court's attention, as I understand it, is on the case we've put to them. Almost automatically, the court will make a decision as to, or make a determination as to whether the matter is within their jurisdiction. That's a routine. All of them do that. The Bolivia versus Chile case was the same. So they'll spend I don't know how long looking at that side. And if Venezuela wants, it can make submissions on that part. The court may ask some questions. And then, having looked at the case and determined really where they can look and where they can't look, what is within their powers and what is within their powers, they will say to the two parties, all right, we will begin on such and such time, in which case Guyana will be required to submit a fuller document of its case.
The foreign minister told reporters that legal proceedings at the International Court can drag on for the next 2 to 6 years, dependent largely on how Venezuela participates in the matter. He believes the process ahead could be long and difficult. He's also placed citizens on notice that they should not be surprised if the case drags on for a few years, but he has given assurances that Guyana intends to appear before the court without blemish to defend its Essequibo region, which is being claimed by Venezuela. Well, following a front-page story in today's Culture News that singled out the state-owned NCN 98.1 and the privately-owned HJ 94.1 as being two stations facing closure over non-compliance, both stations are denying the report and say they are compliant with the Guyana National Broadcasting Authority. In a statement, the board of NCN said the company takes its financial obligations to the GNBA very seriously, and the company is currently up to date on all 2017 fees owed to the GNBA for all three of its radio stations. The company said it regrets the move by the Culture News to publish false information about its financial standing without seeking a comment from the company to clarify. The company now says it wants an apology from the Culture News. The privately owned Hits and Jams 94.1 in a statement of its own said it is also up to date with its payments, and as far as the company knows, it is not listed among stations to be taken off air very soon, as indicated by the Culture News story. The company said it has noticed various instances of attacks on the business and deeply regrets the move by the Culture News to publish inferences and false information about its financial standing without first seeking a comment from the company. Culture News appears to be sticking to its story. The Chief Executive Officer of the Guyana National Broadcasting Authority, Prudence Bola-Lewis, when contacted today, said the chairman of the board, Leslie Soberes, will be the one to address any concerns. Repeated efforts were made to contact him. Up to news time, those efforts were futile. On the police blotter, one day after the lifeless body of a man was found floating in the Carifessa Avenue Canal just outside Camp Iron, Ghana, his identity remains unknown. The Guyana Police Force is now seeking the public's assistance in identifying the body. In a statement this afternoon, the police force said the body, which is presently at a Lycan's funeral parlor, is of African descent, appears to be in his late 30s, and was found clad only in black jeans. It is unclear how the man may have met his death. Anyone with any information leading to his identification is asked to contact the nearest police station or call 227-1611, 227-1149 or 911. And finally this evening, let's tell you that Guyana's position to establish its own law school here has been bolstered by the recommendations of a recently completed Canadian-funded study into legal education in the Caribbean region. Attorney General Senior Counsel Bassem Williams told journalists on Monday that Guyana was looking to complete its definitive shareholders agreement and business plan, which will include a feasibility study by the end of this month.
And the findings and recommendations include that law schools should be established in Antigua, Guyana, and Jamaica. So we bolstered by that. But we are confident that we really need a law school in Guyana. And against the backdrop also that the tuition fees this year have been increased at UNIN, and they're now 97,000 TT dollars, as well over 3 million plus Guyanese dollars. That's only for tuition. They still have to live and exist in Trinidad. So we're working on it, especially at this time where Guyana is poised. We would need lawyers to deal with oil and gas. We need lawyers to deal with the green state and economy. So we have a lot of capacity to build in this arena.
Mr. Williams said while the process is ongoing, the Guyana government is encouraged by the recommendations coming out of the regional study that law schools should be established in Antigua, Guyana, and Jamaica. And that's your News Source Evening Bulletin for tonight. I'm Gordon Mosley reporting.